Are you nearing the end of your pregnancy and wondering what are contractions gonna feel like? Or maybe you just found out you're pregnant and this is something that scares you. Well, you've come to the right spot. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a childbirth educator and a labor and delivery doula and a mom of 2. And these are what contractions feel like. So contractions or surges typically begin feeling just a little bit of an uncomfortable, tensing sensation. Some women describe it as very similar to period-like cramping and pains. But the difference is that they begin to come frequently and grow in intensity. Unlike Braxton Hicks, which can feel like a tightening of the belly that's uncomfortable, that can last for a really long time, contractions come and go and grow in intensity. Like Braxton Hicks, they will feel like a tightening of the belly. Real labor contractions that are causing dilation and effacement typically will feel like they're wrapping around from the back to the front or from the top down. This is because it's trying to move baby down onto the cervix to then cause the cervix to stretch, and that stretching sends nerve impulses to the brain to release more oxytocin. And then oxytocin causes the uterus to contract again, which then creates this positive feedback loop where a baby's head pushes down on the cervix, stretches, that stretching sends nerve impulses to the brain releases more oxytocin, and it just keeps happening. This is also why contractions will grow in both intensity and frequency. So a lot of women in early labor will feel like just some period-like cramping, might wake you up, but it comes and goes. Then, as contractions get more and more intense, they can travel through your back if you have back labor. And again, it's like an achy pressure as opposed to a pain. One thing to note is that if you are tensing and you are nervous and you are scared and you have fear, the oxygen that should be around your uterus to help it contract is going to be going everywhere else to the contracted muscles around your body, which then can actually increase pain. This is called the fear, tension, pain cycle. So when we talk about contractions, they are the contracting of a muscle. So similar to picking up a box and you use certain muscles, labor is very similar in that way, where your uterus is trying to do a job. It does get intense, absolutely, as they become more frequent and they last for longer, but they ebb and they flow. So they typically start out and you can feel a build, and there's about a peak for about 20 seconds, and then it comes down. As contractions continue to come and go and you move from early labor to active labor and then to transition, you will feel that build, you'll hit that peak, and then it will drop back down. So that's how you'll know what a contraction is when it really starts happening, because you'll feel it build and then it'll release, as opposed to other types of contractions that you might have, like Braxton Hicks or prodromal labor, where they may just all of a sudden get really intense tightening on your belly, but they might not be uncomfortable, or they might not be painful at all, or they may be uncomfortable and painful, but they may last for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and then not come again. A lot of women tend to feel that at the end of pregnancy, but it's good to note that that is not early labor, but it is still useful. Your body is still preparing for the big job of labor. So if you liked this video about what contractions feel like, make sure to subscribe, hit that little bell to get notifications, and like this video so that it can reach more moms who are wondering the same questions. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one.